Mug always tripping when I want to put my phone up. Hopefully, I got some people that come chill with me tonight before y'all tap out and go to bed or whatever it is. Gamers, what's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? Man, I'm real proud of myself, like just showing up every day on this live. In the past, I'd have been like I said, fuck it. But I'm truly treating YouTube like a job. Like so, every day I wake up, I'm like, damn, I gotta go to work. I gotta post some shorts. I gotta get on live. And it ain't no job that I hate or I don't want to do. Like this is posting videos and talking on YouTube, talking shit, smoking weed. Like that's the best job. Like so, been good, bro. I took a few naps today. Like so, I just been chilling in the house all day. That's what I just usually do on the regular. I should have went live earlier when my kids went to school, but I was being lazy. But all that matters is I'm on this mug now. Make sure if you join the live, give it a thumbs up. We got a bunch of topics to talk about tonight. So I created my first NFT. So it wasn't nothing major. It wasn't nothing big, but like just taking the step and like learning and actually creating my own NFT. Like that's a big major step for me. A lot of people I know not even don't even know what NFTs is. Like have no clue what I'm talking about when I mention the term NFT. Like damn, my people behind. Like white people, a lot of kids is making a lot of money off selling NFTs. And black people don't know what the fuck going on. Just like Bitcoin, look how long it took for black people to start getting on Bitcoin. Like damn, we were late for everything. So me, I'm trying to use my time wisely, as in like making sure I'm up on like the newest whatever it is that's going on in life. Big moves for sure. Can't stay stuck. Gotta keep growing. Gotta keep like shit expanding, tapping into new things. Like shit, most people stay stuck because they don't want to start off learning. They don't want to learn something from scratch. Most of the time, people just want to be able to hop in and do it, but they don't ever take the true time to practice, train for it. They be like, oh, I've seen somebody else do it, so I know I can do it. It don't work like that all the time. Shit, sometimes it work like that, but not all the time. So NFTs, creating NFTs, like that shit is so easy. It's all about like just going to the platform where you can create your NFT at, and then like just selling it if you want to, or whatever you want to do, give it away. I don't know about giving it away, but I bought my first NFT last year, and it was a Crenshaw Nipsey Hussle NFT. Well, it wasn't Nipsey Hussle, but it was like this Crenshaw NFT. Like so, I bought that for like $70, probably like 69. I'm holding on to it, but people was soon as they bought it, they probably bought 10 of them. And they start flipping them. Like so, easy way to make money. NFTs, flipping NFTs, but I'm not into that yet. So I'm just trying to learn as much as I can, get my feet wet in different things, try new things. Shit, whatever take off, shit gonna take off. But yeah, like I've been in school for like the past 6 months, right? I usually drop out of college, but I'm finally about to graduate in like 10 days. So I'm proud of myself. At first, I thought I was gonna get a tech job, like a computer job. Then I realized that I don't want to do that shit. I just want the information. I want to learn how to hack, not to hack nobody else, but like to protect myself from getting hacked, which was already too late. But I just like having extra information. My wife was like, "Yeah, you should go back to school again." I'm like, "Nah." Even though it wasn't no big deal or no big commitment, well, 6 months that is a big commitment. But like, shit, I can't just be going to nobody's school. I hate unless it's something I really want to do. At first, I really wanted to do it, go to school, but when I got halfway in, or not even halfway in, it was like 2 months left for. And then they started telling us about like certain jobs and stuff, and I'm like, yeah, this not really for me. I ain't want to drop out of school because I always like never truly completed anything like so. I'm like, fuck it, I'm gonna just complete these courses so I can at least get some confidence of like starting from the beginning and finishing it to the end. So 10 days left for cybersecurity school. I did learn a lot. I learned a hell of a lot these past 6 months just about like computers, hacking, shit, like throwing the true meaning in terms of different computer shit. Like, but as far as like wanting to do that as a career for me, that's a no go. But you could like some people make 6 figures in that career. But shit, I made 6 figures from working at home. So shit, there ain't no point in me from like trying to work for somebody else and trying to make 6 figures and struggling. Or well, not struggling, but like getting up every day like at a certain time. Like shit, I'm just different. Like I said, I usually skip school. I mean, I usually drop out. Definitely thank you for that. Congratulations. But I usually drop out. But now I'm like, fuck this shit. I can do it. Now, after these next 10 days is up, like what I'm going to do after, probably continue to go way more hard on YouTube. Like, shit, cause that's going to take a lot of my, that's going to give me a lot of my time back. Not having to go to school for 4 hours out the day. So I might start, well, not might, I must go back to doing more podcasts as well. So February 2nd, I'm dropping my first episode again. Well, not my first episode, probably like my 91st episode on my podcast. It should be dope because I ain't did it in like since, it'll be 6 months. I took a 6 month break from doing my podcast. But I didn't just take a break and not do nothing. As y'all see, like I've been focusing on this shit. I ain't been doing it for 6 months, but shit, just imagine if I focus 6 months straight on doing this and what I could manifest out of that. Just gotta try it though, cause if you never try it, you never see what you could have did. But Bitcoin, like speaking of NFTs and shit, trying new things, Bitcoin is crashing. Like I don't know if y'all into Bitcoin, but I ain't gonna say it's crashing with it. Like a lot of people losing a lot of money. That mug went out first. I first heard about Bitcoin. Bitcoin's probably around like 20,000. But then when I first invested in it, it probably got up to like 40, 50. So I came in late, and that's the one thing again, like about black people being late to shit. So like I ain't gonna say I always heard about Bitcoin, like just but it was times where Bitcoin kept popping up, but I didn't pay it no mind. Like I ain't giving no mind. I thought it was just like another. I didn't think it was a scam, but I didn't have too much information about Bitcoin. And then the information I did get about Bitcoin, it was saying like how pedophiles use that shit on the dark web. So like, damn, I don't want to be involved with nothing about that, like type of shit like that. But as you can see, what Bitcoin has turned into today, shit. When you think about the internet, when the internet first started, most people who was using the internet was using it for porn. They wasn't using it for information. They wasn't using it for YouTube shit. YouTube wasn't even thought of. So everything evolves, whether it starts from bad and evolves to good, or started off good and evolves to bad, or what. Like, but everything changes. Everything don't never stay the same. So, shit, crazy. That's why this metaverse shit, like, it's important to get on the get learn about the metaverse now. Like, you don't want to be late to this one because a lot of people thought the internet was a joke when it first started popping off. Now, now look at the internet. Everybody uses it. Everybody uses it. But in 1992, 93, they would have it talk about the internet on TV shows, and like people be like, you just laughing it off. Like, what's the point of having the internet? You got phones, and I'm like, shit. Just imagine if I was there. I'd have probably been one of them people who's like not laughing about it, but seeing it repeatedly, but not too much giving it any thought until shit started really taking off. Like, so I probably would have been kind of late. But I've always realized I was more ahead of like my friends, my family. Like I said, when I talked to them about NFTs, they like, well, what is an NFT? But I'm late to learning NFTs compared to like once it got started, once it got created. Like Gary Vee been talking about NFTs for at least almost 2 years, so I ain't that late. I'm just late. Like, I just feel like if I was on the inside of those circles when they first create shit, and they talking about it, like, then like when Bitcoin was $1, I wish I was knowing people back then who was into Bitcoin, like when that shit was like $2. But the question is, like, even if I had invested, would I been able to like withstand like the ups and downs, the years? Like, cause me, I've never been able to save nothing or hold on to nothing. So shit, I probably would have spent my Bitcoin and been one of them people who was mad as fuck. It got to 65,000, and I took my money out at 10,000. So shit, everything happened for a reason, and sometimes things ain't meant for you. I wasn't meant to be no Bitcoin millionaire or no whatever Dogecoin billionaire. Like, that wasn't meant for me. It was meant for me to create something. So it ain't even about being late to a trend or whatever. Cause if you creating your own shit, you'll always be on time. It did, like, once you start focusing on yourself more than like what you focusing on everything else, the right people will come around and they got the right information. So they'll want to put you on to like one of my closest friends in Vegas. He put me on a hella cryptos and other hella business opportunities compared to more than like what my friends and my family would try to do or did for me. So I'm like, most people be scared to move out of their city because they're like, man, I don't know nobody. But that's where you need to start fresh from. You don't want to stay around people you've known your whole life, like, because most of the time, the only reason you knew them your whole life is because y'all grew up in the same area. You didn't truly choose for them to be your friends or your family. Like, nah, it was mandatory. Like, you seen them people every day, or you was born into that family. So when you move out to another city, you start to develop different relationships with different people. Like, they'll see you take you way further than your friends and your family would have. They'll support you way more than other people. So you just gotta learn like what life is about. I was happy, like I think it was yesterday. Like I be getting on live so much lately. Like I don't be knowing like what day or what like when I post something, but I was able to play an audio book on live. So I'm like, shit, that made me super happy because that gives me content like to add towards my lives as far as like the length wise. Because I don't want to be just one person who get on live for 20 minutes, 30 minutes, then be gone. Like, nah, I want to do it hours. I want to dedicate hours to my craft, and, like building this brand up. Because positive minds only, like I said, it ain't about Kenneth. It's about that. So I gotta put the hours as far as being on camera, being on live, doing videos, doing other business shit, like to build this brand up. And I ain't posted short yet, but I had just like I was about to post one And Rick Ross was talking about it takes 10 years to build your brand. And I'm only almost 4 years in, so I still got 6 years to like not to get money from my like Positive Minds only, but like for Positive Mind only to be like not. I don't want to be exaggerate too much, but like on how McDonald's was, how if you ever seen that movie, how it was built, like it didn't pop overnight, it didn't grow overnight. So, but 60 years in, 50 years in, look at McDonald's, look at Burger King, like so, nothing doesn't happen overnight. I can't just keep setting goals for yearly goals. I got to start setting 10-year goals. Well, I've been setting 10-year goals, but for you guys, like set 10-year goals, set 20-year goals, like goals for your grandkids, your kids. Like, don't just think about yourself. Don't just think about what's going on now. Like, that's how these companies are thriving and succeeding. Like that's how the rich stay richer and the poor stay poor. The poor thinking about they next like tomorrow. Like they thinking about work tomorrow. They can't even fathom thinking about the future of like 20 years from now. So yeah, like that's what I'm on. Like shit. When you ask me how my day going, what I did today, like shit, I was in my head, wrote a couple thoughts down, and shit, talked to the wife. I ain't had to worry about no issues, no drama. My day was peaceful, and that's all that truly matters. And now, like once again staying consistent with getting on live every day. Like so, how's y'all day going? Like those who tuning in to the live, make sure you give it a thumbs up. If you're not subscribed to the channel, make sure you subscribe. How's y'all day going? Like, what are you doing? Like to get what you want out of life? What are you sacrificing to become a better person for tomorrow, not just today? So, me, I'm gonna do this shit. I'm gonna get on live every day for hours out my time, build my fan base up, build my company up, my business, my brand, and like shit. We'll see like 10 years later, like what I fucking accomplished. Not 10, like I said, 6 years later from now, I want to be able to watch my videos and be like, dang, hey, good job, you did it, you stuck it out. Cause that's me being 31, when I look back on my 21-year-old self, I'm like, damn, nigga, you fucked us up. You put us back. Now I gotta fix this shit. So when, like I said, the next 10 years come around, I don't have to be looking at myself in no bad light, like saying, damn, you made the wrong decisions. My day has been great. Just ate some in and out. Oh, so you on the West Coast? Oh, for sure. We just had some canes. Like my wife been on that for a minute. I love some in and out. When I first moved to Vegas, that was one of the first like fast food restaurants I went to was In and Out. But going to In and Out around lunchtime, oh my gosh, it's worse than Chick-fil-A. Like, be so backed up. In Vegas, I don't know about like other places else, but in Vegas, like during lunchtime, every day, like shit. Just imagine the person who created In and Out Burger and how it where it started from, because it wasn't like it is today. Like shit, it took time, dedication, ups and downs, fucking recessions, all this bad shit, and yet In and Out Burger is still standing. I'm a chef. Well, I'm a retired chef, but I could have been in a restaurant industry business and like I could have did very successful at it. Like I know food, I know how to cook. I just don't like to. Like, I got good taste. Like so, I don't know. Who knows? I may go back into the restaurant industry in the future, but like on my own shit. I guess I just don't want to work for nobody else. That's what it is. That's what it boils down to me. Like shit. I want to own my life. I want to own my time. Like, and I'm not letting nobody tell me, hey, you gotta work this shift. You can't call off sick. You can't go on vacation unless we tell you. Like, fuck that shit. When I used to work, I used to call off at least once a week. Or at least, like, in 1 month, I call off at least 4 times. Like, so, I was never one of the people who showed up every day. Like I probably show up on time every day, but I was definitely calling off a lot because already have income coming in. So like I've never had to work just to pay the bills. Like so, I realized I was dependent on the job. So I told myself, hey, I'm not gonna work for nobody, even if that extra two checks is like good checks and like so. I'm like I gotta figure out a way to make way more than what the job was paying me. Because if I don't, then I'm like, then I need to be back working for somebody. If I can't figure out how to pay myself more, get paid way more than working at a job, then ain't no fucking point of me working for somebody else. I mean, ain't no point for me working for myself. I, I heard a story about how In-N-Out opened in Arizona and had like a 12-hour line. Damn, would have been faster to drive to Vegas and back for some In-N-Out for sure. I'm chilling, be just playing chess, looking for my next. Hey, for sure. I definitely be playing chess, not the with the board and the pieces, but I do play mental chess. Man, thinking 10 steps ahead, 10 years ahead. Shit. I got the next move planned out. Like the next moves for me is like just continue every day to show up and like put work in on here. But them 10-year moves, like I gotta figure those out because I know I ain't gonna be still doing this 10 years from now. I don't give a fuck how good it pay me. Like shit, there's gonna be other people like doing this, and I'm be able to still benefit or more shit. I may own my own fucking like land and fucking property. Ain't no telling what Positive Minds only is gonna evolve into. Like shit, y'all just seeing the beginning stages. So but to a 12-hour wait, that shows you like you could own a franchise. Hey, you could own a franchise restaurant. Like some of them like cost like probably 10,000 to start. Not a In-N-Out, but like but they don't cost. You got to sacrifice a pound. Exactly. Shit. That's what they made for. Pounds is made to be sacrificed. But that sacrifice, we all gotta make sacrifices. We all gotta make them. Shit, if you believe in the Bible or you believe in like Jesus and God, like shit, what God do? He have to sacrifice his son. Even though I never understood why it said it was his only son, like, but in the Bible it says we all his children. So I'm like, once again, questions that don't get answered. And so I ain't gonna be on that though. But you definitely got to make sacrifices, especially when you want something. If you don't want shit in your life, then you ain't gotta worry about no sacrifice. You ain't gonna never try to do nothing or try to get nothing. If everything is always handed to you, then you ain't gonna never make it happen. That ain't no growing. Like, that ain't no point. What's the point of shit always just been handed to you? You don't learn nothing in the process. You ain't never gotta work for nothing. You don't know what it feels to, like, put some effort into, like, making something happen. Like, shit. Even though I know in my past life, certain past lives, I was born into royalty. I was born into like money. Like shit, in this lifetime, I was born into money. But when I got older, when I got 18, not when I got 18, I still had money. It was when I turned 22 and I got out the military. That's when I became poor. That's when I'm like, that was the first time I experienced being homeless. Like shit, like getting my car repoed, like not being able to like pay, buy food, like shit, lights was getting cut off. Like, everything was happening during the ages of 22 to 25. I was like basically poor, and like shit was in church trying to, I don't know, make it into heaven. Like I was focused on not earth, not being happy on earth, not being successful on earth, but I was just trying to die and get to heaven. Like that's how people waste their life because they live their whole life trying to be just good enough to, when they die, hopefully they get to this place. So I'm like, I can't keep living like that because it's stressing me the fuck out. Like it don't work for me. that, and I was trying to be the best Christian. I thought I was gonna be a pastor. Because when I was a kid, my Gigi, she told me, like, Kendall, I see you speaking in front of a bunch of people. So she was a religious person. So I equated that to she seen me preaching. So, and that's what I do today, honestly. Like, when I get on the live for 3 hours, then don't them pastors and preachers be talking and preaching for hours? They be like, hey, man, give me a little bit more, 5 minutes. And that minute turned into an hour. Like, bro, so she seen me speaking, but she seen me speaking to a crowd of people, like that, I guess thousands of people. So like, I don't know how when that's gonna happen, but I am a speaker though. And then when she told me that, I used to keep my mouth closed. Like I was a quiet kid. So like her saying I was gonna be a speaker, I'm like, I thought like she was my brothers that do that, like one of my brothers, because I was definitely not the one who was talking. So shout out to my Gigi, even in the afterlife, still looking out for me. But she used to be the one who always saying, "Tell me like the devil. I mean, Jesus is coming back like a thief in the night." Then like I will, she would say a bunch of other religious stuff. I swear, man, this shit got to be in you, not on you, for sure. I'm gonna start my own hustle soon. This summer, I'm gonna start my first job as a lifeguard for sure. Good job on that, like shit. But before like you start before you let that be your first hustle, find something like that you can naturally do. All like that's a hustle. Like something that you truly love to do right now. Every day you probably take for granted that you do for free, and turn that into a hustle. Like if you like to draw, shit, draw NFT. Like to paint, like sell you a painting, like personal painting, like whatever it is. Like shit, try to capitalize off what you got like right now, you ain't gotta depend on somebody else to get you. It's like, cause you could that summer job or that job could always end, and you could get the job, and then like, dang, I don't really want this job. Like, it ain't what I thought it would be. So before the summer come, like find your real hustle. Find like what your true talent is, and like don't stop until you start monetizing that. Like I said, speaking is my gift, so I might as well monetize it off YouTube. I was just scared to get on camera at first, but now I'm like, what's the point of? I've seen way uglier ass people on camera. I'm like, damn, this motherfucker got some confidence to be on YouTube like this, but that was me judging other people in off flesh. Like I don't think that way now, but at point in time I did like feel that way. So monetize like your hustle, like whatever. Monetize your talent. Especially if you young. Like if you talking about your getting your first job, like you need to maximize what you good at. Like if you younger than 21, you are lucky. Like you lucky to be like in this spot right now. Like man, if I can go back, I would. If I can go back to 19, fuck what I got going on today. If I can go back to 19 and reset, and I'll still have my mind and my this information, like I would, cause I'd be a fucking multi-millionaire by now. Like if I started Positive Minds only when I was 19 or 21, this would be $1 billion company. Like, and I'm not playing. Like if I had my mind, that is. I ain't had no guidance and shit. And my role model is my big brother who was fucking up his life at the same time I was kind of fucking up my life. So, but we both turned it around, and that's what matters. Like, even if you mess up in your teens and your 20s, like, you can always turn it around. But some people never do. Like, some people be failing their whole life and they never get it right. So I'm like, I ain't trying to be one of them people. I got too many examples already of what I don't want to be like when I get 65, 70. So what I gotta do, I gotta work now. Like shit, let everything else fall in its place. But make sure if you're new to the live, give it a thumbs up. I definitely be on live every day, every night. Try to get monetized. But what are you putting your energy into? Like for real, like what are you putting your energy into? Like besides work, besides your children, if you have kids, what are you putting your extra time in? Like, and you know you wasted your time. You could be doing something else, but you're distracted. What is distracting you? Like, what energy is you putting into distraction that you could be focusing on yourself, your craft, your talents? That's what the title was about. Even though I ain't even been talking about that, I had forgot what the title of it was about when I started talking. I'm like, shit. But me, I'm deciding to put my energy on YouTube. I'm treating it like a job. So I got an extra 8 hours of my day to focus on YouTube. So I'm like, well, why not? Like it pays millions of dollars every year to people. Like it pays millions of dollars monthly to people. Like so, fuck that. Why not get on it? Like why not try to put my energy and get monetized? Like I got all the extra time in the world. Like I be burning time, like wasting time, and be thinking to myself at the same time, Kenneth, if you was just to put that energy into some real work, you'd be way further in life. So I had that conversation with myself probably like 100 times over the past 3 years, but now I fucking finally got the point. So here we are, and it's been working out so far. I didn't gain over 300,000 views in the past, what, 2 months? No, extra thousand something. So I don't know if it's a problem, but I do a lot of thinking so much, and I don't be wanting to do nothing else but think. I feel you, but you gotta put those thoughts into action. Like for real, like shit, bruh. I love to daydream sometimes. Like I love to just be in my head. Like I don't even be on this planet most of the time. I be in a parallel universe or somewhere else. But I love to think. But also like shit, that shit don't pay as well. Like it don't pay, especially if you haven't created what you want to create out of your thoughts. If you just thinking and letting those thoughts go to waste, like that's where you messing up at. That's where you going wrong. Like monetize your thoughts. If you think like I do, and which I know you do because you in this live. If you think like I do, you need to get on live every day and talk about what you think about it, no matter how crazy the shit sound. Next year, I plan to take a course to expand on my musical journey and learn to play with percussion. Currently able to play 5 instruments. My goal right now is to expand my creative output. True, gotta be mindful and present. For sure, definitely. So, make sure y'all get his live a thumbs up. Like, Mr. Everest, like, this is my first time seeing you on the live, so shout out to you. I seen Irie River the other day in my life. That probably was yesterday or the day before. I don't, like I said, I don't really be remembering none of that. I don't, once I stop talking about something, I forget about it. And most times, if you've been here multiple lives, you've seen me talk about something, and then I'll forget what I was talking about and have to talk about something else because I really don't be remembering. Like so, yeah, I just forgot what I was talking about. So now I gotta find something else to talk about. Oh, but Irie, like I see you doing a lot of stuff in the future. Like, and that's good. Like, shit, 5 instruments, I could play zero. Like, I wish I could play instruments, but I can't. But I've also never put any time in trying to learn how to play. You know what I used to always think? I used to think people are born with the talent, like learning how to play instruments. Cause you know why I thought that? My older brother, he was like that. Like Drumline with Nick Cannon. If y'all ever seen that movie, when we seen that as kids, me and my older brother CJ, the first time he seen that, he knew how to do what they was doing in the movie. He never played drums, so I always believe shit. Some people just born how to play instruments, so I'm not like I ain't know you could learn how to play an instrument. That was me thinking as a kid, but I've never took the time to try to learn how to play an instrument because I've seen him. I'm like, shit, there's people like playing like that, and shit, and he was just new to it, but he was seemed like he been doing it his whole life. So I'm like, shit, I'm not about to fucking try to follow that. So, That gas you smoking, that's wild. And I smoke it all day, every day. Like shit, for real. So that made smoking this gas made me get on YouTube as well. It made me, because usually when I start talking to in front of a bunch of people, I'll get nervous. Or I'll start to get anxious. Even though I'm a speaker, I still get nervous. Like I get social anxiety. But not being able to see y'all, like that makes me feel better. Like at certain part, but I still like I'm still able to talk to you. Like, but the weed that does help. Yeah, I feel y'all want to get in the trucking industry to fund my YouTube career because my brother owned a company, but in Alabama, to drive out of state lines, you got to be 21. I did that. I did trucking in 2016. Shows you my age. I was 26, and I was fucking quit my job as a cook at the casino, and I decided I was gonna do truck driving because I wanted to do that when I was married to my first wife, but she didn't want me to do that because I kept deploying when I was in the military. So she was like, I don't want you to keep leaving again. So I'm like, fuck, let me not do trucking. So as soon as I divorced her, like I went to truck school. Truck school lasted all of fucking 3 months, 4 months at the tops before I got fired, and I never tried that shit again. And I knew it wasn't for me. Like especially when the winter started coming, and them trucks start to slide, and you really can't control that shit. And you get to like for a new driver, I don't know why they do this shit, but they had me on the night shift, so like it was hard for me to stay woke at times. So truck driving, like I could have made hella bread off of it, but it wasn't for me. Like I wish I like, and I see people making millions off trucking. But hey, if you could do it and you really want to do it, but not just for the money, but it's in your passion to do it, man, hey, go for it. Go for it. I haven't been into Vegas in forever. It's been like 3 years now. Hey, you gotta come to Vegas. Vegas is the spot. 420 definitely is life. When I'm mad, I just smoke that blunt. Because I'm not about to roll up another one right now. But I do kind of smoke a lot, especially for myself, and I don't share. So I'll smoke an ounce easily in like 3 or 4 days. I feel that gas is nice to relax, but I don't know. Sometimes it gets in the way of productivity. I try to limit, but everybody different. That's why it depends on the strain you smoke. So especially if you smoking indica or sativa, sativa gonna make you get up. It's gonna make you think. But if you smoking indica, gonna have you on your ass. So what I smoke is more of a hybrid, so it makes me sleepy and it makes me think. So, but I just took a nap and just got up from a nap, so I'm not tired. So it just got me more in my head. So, but that weed, it depends on what you smoke and shit. I had some shit that made me not want to do nothing but lay down. Like then I had some shit that made me not want to shut up. Like so, I'm like, I gotta find what's for me. What's the price on the pack down there? Depends. Like for like what, people ask for packs all the time. Like so, pounds that could be a pack. Ounce zip that could be a pack. Whatever that could be a pack. But for me, with a pack for me, like I'm in the plug, so I got it all. Like I set the prices on. I set the prices on what I got. So, but I'm not selling nothing. I'm not doing anything illegal. Like Vegas is pretty legal out here, but hey, you need me? That's different. But Vegas is where it's at. It's getting kind of crowded though. Like traffic getting bad and all that. But it's definitely where it's at. But what else do I want to talk about? Oh yeah, like when I was talking about some people, some people want to be pouring their energy into the wrong shit. Like some people pour their energy into trying to look rich, but not trying to get rich. Like if you see you can see it on Instagram all the time. Like motherfuckers be trying to look like, and not just on Instagram, but like they be trying to go out to the mall and just trying to look good and look fresh. They don't try to put that into getting no money. I'm like, damn, like you got your shit backwards. Like I always wanted to look good, but I was never trying to dress like I was rich or nothing. But like, let me virtually pet your dog. Here you go, Paulo. He probably want to get out the room though. I don't know. Like I said, he a lap dog, a Pekingese, so he's super hard headed. Like he's super spoiled. He want what he want. Like shit, like, he just like me. He's literally just like me, and he comes from China, so he was a royal empress or emperor's dog. Like he one of those dogs that sit in the lap of the emperor of China. Like so, this was my wife dog, but he somehow got attached to me. Well, but all dogs get attached to me, like so. I don't know. I know y'all can hear my baby in the background. Like, I'll be listening to some of my lives and I just hear her screaming in the background. I'm like, damn, I need to soundproof this room. Like, hey, I ain't hide nothing. This is like what my daily day is like. Shit. Except he being extra. He know he can't. Like I don't like him being in my chair. But I'ma just like I ain't gonna be rude on the live. So shit, he could chill right here for a minute. But yeah, most people got their priorities like messed up a lot, and I don't be wanting to tell nobody that because then they like, who you think you is? Like, who is you to judge? Like, so, because sometimes I be having my priorities messed up. Like I said, I was supposed to be doing YouTube consistently for years, like years ago. So I'm pretty sure it's people who told me, hey, that's what you should be doing, and I ignored them. I ignored myself, and what it do, it just held me back. But now is the time. Like at first I used to look for the perfect like time and like I'd be wanting to say like damn I just if I move to the right place I'll start recording every day. Like I've been here almost 2 years and now I'm recording every day. But then I was like I need a better camera. Got a better camera. Didn't use that and I would record and I wouldn't like post it. Like so it was like I was always holding myself back. I was always procrastinating. Like so now it's like I'm kind of like I ain't gonna say I'm over the procrastination because I was supposed to go to the DMV today, but I definitely didn't do that. So I'm gonna try to go tomorrow, and if I don't, hey, these days is on repeat. So shit, I always got another thing. Unless some shit happened, then I'm like, damn, I knew I should have fucking did that. So man, dog are just the best. I don't know if I'm ready for another one though. After my last one, so I just have to worry my heart goes pressures. I definitely understand how you feel. It is like being a pet lover is risky because like they pass away just like a family member passed away. And I'm like shit, my dog is close, and I got two. So, but at the same time, like shit, that's part of life. Like it's literally part of life. Everything lives, dies, changes. Like, that's why you gotta have sort of a detachment from life as well. Like so, you can't be too detached to everything, especially not people, because those the ones that disappoint you the most. Those the ones gonna lead the most. Just think about it. You're either gonna like outlive everyone, you know, or they gonna outlive you. Like so, I don't know why I just mentioned that part, but that shit did just come to my mind. But yeah, I love my dogs. Oh yeah, but like if you're new to the live, make sure you give it a thumbs up. Man, it's 4:44 that just was on my clock. I was talking about synchronicities yesterday, so if you missed that live, hey, you can always go check not just this one, but I did plenty other lives, hour long, 2 hours long. But I know I'm talking to the people who've been here like before, like already, so I'm just repeating myself. But that ain't nothing new. That is definitely not nothing new. I'm trying to fucking take this podcast shit to the next level though, like from zero to 100, and I want to see. I want the world to witness it. Honestly, even though I be saying I don't want to be seen that much, I do want people to see like me blow up, not for like my own ego, but like to inspire others to like, hey, I seen him do it, so I know I can do it. Like that's a simple fact. I would want this channel to get blew up in front of people's eyes, because I'm telling you, I done seen people blow up in front of my eyes, and I wasn't hating. I started taking notes. I'm like, shit, okay, you did this. You posted every day. You posted shorts every day, and you get on live every day. Okay, I can do that because I got a lot of time. I waste a lot of time. It's just about me fucking doing it. Like so, now I'm fucking doing it. And people are showing up. I didn't think it was gonna. I would have people in my lives like this. I didn't know what to expect, honestly. As soon as I started posting shorts, like shit, they wasn't taking off. I was getting like 4 or 5 views because I was posting like my own shorts, but it wasn't even video. It was just me talking. So as soon as I posted that Nipsey short, that was the first one that started gaining traction. And I'm like, ever since then, they all just started gaining numbers. Now I got two that said 70,000. So post shorts. And like I told my wife, she posting shorts now. Like shit, her second video, like she posted it yesterday, and got 300 views, and she only has 3 subscribers. So post shorts if you're trying to grow your channel in views or subscribers, but they don't give you the monetization hours. So that's why you gotta get on live. And I'm not gonna stop saying it until y'all do it, cause I know y'all are capable. I know y'all can do it. Like, and you don't need no camera. Like, I'm on my phone. Like, I don't have need nothing extra to get monetized but me and this camera. So, what's gonna stop me? It definitely ain't gonna be me no more. I've been doing that this whole time, so I'm definitely getting out of my way. And so, I'm just trying to motivate somebody else, like, cause I was motivated. Like Nipsey motivated me to do a lot of shit, grind way harder than what I was thought I was doing. So shit, I'm just trying to inspire it like that. Shit, that's the least I can do. I can inspire somebody to want more, get more. Like don't settle for less, don't settle for nothing. Like so, whether that's a relationship, job, career, whatever it is, don't settle, don't stop. No matter how many times you fall, get back up. Like shit. Ain't that what life about? Like shit. You gotta get up. Motherfuckers just be like, nah, I ain't gonna try that again. But not knowing the next time could have worked. It's like when you see the picture of the guy like hitting on the diamonds and he finds one, then he walks away, or he never finds one. But if he had just kept swinging, he would have found the diamonds because they were just right there. But that shit really true in life. That shit is really true. And I don't know if like it'd be like a test from the universe. Well, I know it's a test from God in the universe, but before, like I used to fail those tests. Like I give up right before every time. And I always ask myself, dang, why I can't never be successful in nothing? Why I can't never get nothing? Knowing it was because I was stopping myself. And shit, I know it's because you probably stopping yourself. Like so, get out of your own way. Like stop tripping yourself. Man, I gotta check out your podcast. I love your perspective and outlook on life. It's like 90 episodes of me just like speak. Well, I ain't gonna say all of it is about me and just speaking my mind because I did have guests. So, like, those episodes ain't about me, but like, probably 90% of my podcast is just like this. Or me just telling different stories of what I experienced. Like, and as I grow, my experiences changes and my perception on life changes as well because I'm coming at it from a different angle. And so I'm definitely one of them people that's gonna always evolve. Like, and I'm gonna always seem to be changing. You're like, dang, he wasn't always acting like this. I'm like, yeah, because I'm a person that's gonna always evolve to something different. Like I love the game Pokemon, and if you play Pokemon on Game Boy, like you know, if you play with one Pokemon for so long, he'll start to evolve, start to gain new moves and gifts, so become more powerful. So, like I don't say I'm a Pokemon, but do look at my life as like growing and evolving every day. Like so, yeah, I'm gonna always change, and I'm gonna always come from a different perspective. Even sometimes within a perspective, like I'll be having sometimes it feel like I have multiple people inside my head having different conversations and having different perspectives. So I'll be thinking about one thing, and then I'll look at it from another perspective, and then I'll look at it from a different perspective. I'm like, damn, like shit. Sometimes I get caught up in my head. That's why I have to speak it out, talk it out, because shit, I be by myself like a lot of times. So not to say I be feeling crazy, but at the same time, I be wanting somebody to hear what I'm saying and like shit. I'll, y'all will let me know like, damn, if this nigga crazy, but nah, if y'all sticking around like shit, obviously, what I'm saying is not too off the like the hinges, but I know I could say some shit that be like, yeah, let me stop listening to this guy, like shit, like I know it's easily for me, like, cause of like I said, the perspectives I have, like shit, I could play the devil's advocate, or I can play the guardian angel, the earth angel, whatever you want to call it. Like I could play both roles, and that's like we all can. Like we all got a good side, and we all got a bad side. We all got stories and secrets we'll never share with the world or nobody. Like so, we all can tap into like what I'm tapping into, like different perspectives. Like especially if you, I mean, if you still young, then like you got a lot more living to do. But overall, like shit, keep living, and you'll be thinking of some shit. Like you'll be overthinking some shit. Like, cause that's what it come down to. Like, do I literally be overthinking shit? Like when it could be just simple things. But I don't know. That ain't how I look at it. I don't know if you seeing him, but I just tried to stop rubbing his head, and he gonna like make sure I keep rubbing it. I'm about to put you down, honestly. I mean, he'll keep doing that until like I start back rubbing him. Like, so I'm like, he just like me, cause when I want something, I just keep nudging until I get it. Then if you don't give it to me, like I'm gonna keep nudging. I'll leave it. I'll come back and do it again. Like so, my dog kind of like me, but I'm not no dog. Like so, let's get that correct. Can I put you down? Mm. Say what's up to the camera, Apollo. I tried to name him Apollo, but my wife was like, "No, just Paulo." I'm like, "That don't even sound right." Cause she was like, now it does. Like after you repeat something so much, but I still be calling him Apollo, and that's what he go by. So shit, that's what I say in this motherfucker. My wife probably watching this like, "What? What you say?" Wouldn't be surprised. She probably left my life. That one person just left. It's my wife. No, I'm just playing, but no, but I do say and get what I want most of the time. Not even most of the time. I say like 95% of the time I get what I want. And the things I don't get is because like it's not to say it ain't gonna never come. It just haven't happened yet. Told y'all. She's in it. And this the first time you gonna comment. Like I've been talking for almost an hour and you ain't even comment once. Do y'all see? But that's what she be on. I hope you gave it a like. Knowing she probably did already. Still. He said, can't let nothing hold you back. I was a crack baby. I wasn't supposed to have two pennies to rub together. I was kind of a crack baby. I ain't even gonna lie. Kind of. Because my mom, not to put her business out there, but I think she started messing with that stuff like as I got older. But I'm like, I don't know. I'm like, I don't know. You probably was doing that shit when I was a baby. When I was in your stomach. but she wouldn't say she did. But still, like, I was a future crack baby. Like, I don't know. She was smoking weed. I know she was doing that. Have you ever taken a deep dive into philosophy? I feel like a lot of things you talk about are deeply rooted with concepts theorized and created thousands of years ago. Really fascinating. I do love philosophy, but I don't dive into philosophy. I could, but I do when I do read it, like dive into some philosophy. I see myself repeating things that has been said thousands of years ago, and I've never like read like those things until I did read them. Like, but I was a philosopher in one of my past lives. I won't tell you who I was, but I was a philosopher in one of my past lives. So that's you hit the nail on the head with that one. You can get out of my camera though, okay? I'll let you spend too much time there. No, he gonna try to come back. I'm like, go chill. But yeah, like I do see myself as a philosopher, a low key. I do. If you check out my website, I'll tell you I'm a philosopher, or I'll tell you my philosophy. Your thoughts create your reality. Anything you think will come to pass. Anything you believe is true. Like, no matter what. Nobody is wrong in their beliefs. I don't care if you Christian, Catholic, Baptist. Like, nobody is wrong in their beliefs. So, and then all like most of the messages say the same thing. Like they just got different gods and like different names in different places. So, as you learn and you evolve and grow shit, you realize none of this shit really mean anything anyways. Like I said, it's all about evolving who you are, like growing your spirit, like learning the lessons you need to learn and freeing up your karmic debt. And once you do that, you can get up out of here. I love that term, Hakuna Matata. It means no worries. That's a great and like Disney be on to something. Like they be on a like good messages, even though they be putting some messed up shit in their messages too. But at the same time, it's all about balance. You know what I can't control, I ain't gonna worry about. I'll probably talk about it for a little bit, but I'm not gonna stress about it. But definitely, Hakuna Matata is something you could live by. Most people think, oh, that's just a movie. No, you could actually be that way. I love me some. We was watching Disney movies yesterday. We was watching Beauty and the Beast though. But anybody in here who's seen Beauty and the Beast, right? If y'all was here yesterday, then you probably heard this conversation. But my wife don't think the Beast is a representation of a black man. But I do, for the simple fact, why would they come? That group of people come like to kill that beast. Like why was everybody afraid of the beast? What did white people call black people in the back then? They called them beasts, they called them monkeys, they called them every other type of name. Like so they was mad because this white beautiful woman fell in love with this black person. So like I said, Disney be putting some good messages. Also Disney be like and then like you would wonder like they made uh movies about princesses or women with just all type of races except for a black man and a white woman in Disney. Why is that the case? Because they already did it. It was Beauty and the Beast. My wife don't think so, but I do. Just straight up spat out the basic definition of stoic. Stoicism. I love. Like I'm a stoic. I'm a low key stoic. Anything out of my control should not cause me stress, but what it is in your control, you should make the best of. Exactly. So, I definitely try to make the best out of like life and what I got going on. Why? But why mess it? Why would I mess up your favorite movie? Like, if the symbolism is about a black man and a white woman, like, you know, that's what they was calling black people, especially if they was messing with white women. Like, they were trying to kill you. So, I'm just saying, you don't want to just wake up yet. My wife wanna. My wife be trying to tell my babies, yeah, Santa is still real. I'm like, no, the fuck he is not. Let these kids know the truth because it was plenty of years where I didn't like mess up their fantasy. But I'm like, they to the age like they need to know like daddy is the one who buying these presents. It ain't no white man who giving you nothing. When especially if I've been working my whole life. I'm not my whole life, but I've been. It's me. It ain't nobody else giving it to you. But, but I still fuck with Christmas. You know, what made me fuck with Christmas more. Not Santa or nothing, but this holiday is knowing like it's a pagan holiday, and knowing like a pagan holiday meaning like Christians are the people who can't celebrate Christmas, or any other religion, since I'm not a religious person and I believe there's more than one God or whatever. Like I have the ability to like celebrate Christmas, so it helps with their imagination. I could help with their imagination. Like my kids' imaginations are already like A1. Without the belief of like Santa Claus, my kids like imaginations is like I'll be letting them know you gonna be a liar when you get old. You gonna be a good liar when you get older because your imagination is vivid, and that shit don't be like I know Dina be making it up because she hear what she hear what she hears. Gina and Peter are still babies. I know they're still babies, but my babies is like, oh, actually, my babies ain't babies. Even though like their age is a baby wise age, like my babies ain't babies. Them grown ups in them baby bodies. Like that's the best way I can explain it. And that's what I say. When you reincarnate, when a baby reincarnates, the spirit is not of a baby. That's a grown ass spirit. And you know where I'm going. Wait, Santa's not real? Hell nah. Santa been getting the fame of parents who've been spending their hard earned cash going broke for their kids. Some parents go broke for their children, but they don't get the credit. How that sound for me? Like, especially if I go all out for my kids, I want that credit. I don't want no motherfucking taking my credit. But my wife over here, like, she don't think that way. But I'ma still make it get my point across. Like shit, Santa Claus, that motherfucker was real for a minute. I ain't gonna lie, I used to think Santa was real when I was a kid. For the simple fact, one Christmas I heard like something on the roof. Like I heard somebody on the roof. I think it was a crackhead. I think my grandma paid a crackhead to hop on the roof for the New Year's. But I'm telling you, I heard somebody on the roof. So when I heard that, I'm like, Santa Claus gotta be real, cause I ain't seen no presents like until Christmas Day. Like we ain't seen no presents under the tree. And then like all of a sudden, when I wake up, it's a bunch of presents under the tree. So I'm like, shit, that shit extended my beliefs in Santa for at least 5 more years. I can't even lie, a little longer than what I should have been believing in Santa Claus. But it's okay when you like it's okay, but you gotta understand like it's once you get a little bit older, it's time to know the truth. It's time to wake up. That's what it's like. That's exactly what the first spiritual awakening is. Like, cause like I said, we're always growing and evolving, even as childs. So, our first belief is in Santa. Then once we find out Santa ain't true, like that's like having a new belief. Like, oh shit, the shit that I've been taught as a child, like people lied to me. Like, and then guess what? As you get older, and then you wake up again, like when your life ain't going how it's supposed to be, and you like, oh shit, this shit still ain't true. Like, I used to believe Santa was God. Mm, I am God, so shit, Santa is God. I ain't gonna say I'm the God that created this motherfucker, but I am the God of my reality. Shit, I I create my reality. So what does that make me in my realm? Makes me a God. My middle name is L. El means God. So that's how I believe. Like so, and that's how I've always thought about myself, even as a child. Cause I always want to know what my name means. Like I always want to know the time I was born, and I didn't even know. Like knowing that type of information will help you unlock your birth chart. Like so a lot of people don't know what time they was born, so they can't truly see what their signs is. Like most people just think, oh, I'm a Pisces, but nah, I'm a Pisces, I'm a Libra, I'm a Aries, I'm a Capricorn. I got all of this in my chart, so like most people only know their sun sign, so or the zodiac sign. I be putting people on though. That's what I came here to do. I'm living out my purpose and my mission. And then me being on YouTube, like that's the best way I can get this message out. At first, I thought it was gonna be the podcast, but that was truly a slow way. Like I did make some money. I do make money off my podcast, but and it was off back. Like I was able to make money off back with my podcast, so that's what made me thought like I was gonna be able to get $1 million deal within like the first 3 years of me doing it. Not knowing like I should have been focusing on YouTube, and even though that wouldn't have paid me off back, if I worked hard on it every day and like worked towards it every day, I'd have eventually got monetized. And I would have being able to make way more money off my YouTube than my podcast. For the simple fact, you don't see my face. Like a podcast is only on certain platforms, and most people want visual. Most people want to see me talk. Like so, I'm like, oh, now I get it. So let me get to it. Like let me stop procrastinating. Like so, I got over that shit. It took me years, but it's some other shit I probably gotta get over in life that I'm probably like not doing, and I've been ignoring. Like so, like I said, once you fix one thing about yourself, it's always something else you gotta fix. What's the album you've been bumping the most this year? The most this year, the album. That's a good question. Uh, I bumped Victory Lap a lot. Like even though that didn't come out this year, like I still bumped Victory Lap like that came out this year. Like, so, but other than that, I play a lot of Money Man. Like, and his album did come out Blockchain. Like, so I bumped that a lot. J. Cole album came out. I bumped that not too much. I had like, even though I was a huge J. Cole fan in the past, like I ain't that big of a fan, but I still was fan enough to listen to his album. So I listened to that a few plays, but I it was more Nipsey, more Money Man. Now, like shit. So Victory Lap, like that's the album. That's my go-to album that I can listen to front to back. No skips. Shit, my thing is I don't skip. I just replay the same songs over and over and over. Like, that'd be my issues. Like shit, I'll be in the car. People like, dang, why you keep playing the same songs? Like shit, cause I love them. Like shit, they resonate. I can't just listen to my favorite song once. Like I don't get satisfaction out of that. Especially if I miss something that I ain't like. If I miss my favorite lyric, I've been in love with Mad Villain this year. Who dropped that album? I don't think I heard that. Cause I don't be focused on like no new rapper. I mean, that's probably not even no new rapper. I don't be focusing on like none that come out. Like if it ain't Money Man, Nipsey Hussle, Young Dolph, I'm probably ain't even checking for it. I wasn't checking for it. Like Drake album when it came out, like I listened to it when it first came out, but not first day. Then like I damn sure didn't listen to Kanye. I mean I listen. I'm not a Kanye musical fan. Oh, MF Doom. Okay, shout out to MF Doom. Rest in peace to him. I know he passed away like what shit 2 years, not 2 years ago, but 2020 it was. So I never heard his music, but I always knew who he was. Messed up for me, but like I did give him that respect because like shit. Some people like even when they pass, I know it's wrong for me to say this, but some people I don't listen to them until after they pass away, and it's not because like I'm one of the people that hop on a bandwagon or anything. It's like it's just like I don't be aware enough of who they is when they alive. Like so when a person dies, it seem like what they had going on is amplified, and me being a spiritual person, because I know a lot of people like when a lot of people die, like they spirit will come to me. Like for some reason, spirits love talking to me, coming to me. So like I be having no choice but to listen to their music because that's how they tell their story is like through their music. So like sometimes I become a fan of a person when they pass away because like they be wanting me to listen to their shit. Luckily for me, I was a Nipsey fan before he passed, so like shit, I didn't have to be like hop on no bandwagon or anything. Like that was one when Nipsey passed, it hurt me because I was asking like this my spirit, my ancestors and spirit guys. I'm like, how's Nipsey Hussle like? How's he so successful? Like when I know the industry, like they all fake. Like you gotta do certain shit to make it to certain levels. I'm like, how is he not getting touched? And when I asked that, like I swear, like a month later, he got killed, and I'm like, oh shit, I should have kept my fucking mouth closed. Like, but I know it didn't have nothing to do with me, but I did have like I asked my spirit guide, like, damn, like, how is Nipsey able to like to maneuver through this this fucking maze and like be good and like shit. Nothing wrong with that. All classical musicians are dead, and that shit still hits exactly. So, I was a musician in my last life, so my shit still like people didn't start listening to me till after I died. Like I became way more famous when I passed away, and it was by white people. And it wasn't black people who made me famous. It was the white people. So, and they stole a lot of my. I ain't gonna say they stole it, but they sampled a lot of my music. They used a lot of my lyrics and like shit. They got famous off my shit, but now I'm not trying to be famous in this lifetime like I was in my last life because that didn't lead me nowhere. That didn't get me what I truly wanted in life. So I'm like, I learned my lesson now. That's why you won't see me trying to be no rapper. I could easily be a rapper. I can easily write music. I've done it before, but that's not what my passion is. That's not what I came on this planet to do. So I ain't about to waste my time trying to fucking do that. I can do it. I can make music for myself. That's what I do. Like if I make a song, like I'm gonna make it so I can play it for myself. So like I said, I be talking about some weird shit. People like, what? He said he was what in his past? Like he did? He was famous? Yeah. Most people don't never want to figure out who they was in their past life for the simple fact they never did shit. They never was nobody. If you was a slave in your last life, you definitely don't want to remember who you was because you don't want to be remember what you're doing now, working from sun up to sundown. Like so, me, I was never the type that wanted to like that was gonna conform to life's like what life wanted me to conform to. So, me being here in the 1920s and 30s, they was picking cotton. I didn't want to do that shit. I didn't want to work in no field, so I wanted to play music. I wanted to make more money than what the fuck they was making. So shit, most people hated me because what I was doing was playing blues music, and that was considered the devil's music. So when I died, they said that motherfucker sold his soul to get that what he got, fame, money, all of that. But I wasn't successful as I thought, as I wanted to be. as I could have became, because I died at 27. So we talking about a past life here. So 31 now. So as you can see, I'm not repeating those cycles as I did that time. Like I was on the path of repeating those same cycles, but I learned my lesson. How does one find who they were in their past life? Me, I did it multiple ways. Like, and there's multiple ways. So I mean, there's multiple, even more multiple ways than like what I did, like the route I took. So, but the main way and the easiest way is meditation. Like so, and then it comes to like knowing like psychics, people who can tap into like spiritual information like that. And then it's all about like being curious enough like to ask questions, like to and to search for those answers, and not in a way of like reading a book or watching a movie, but like just following your intuition and heart when you asking these questions. So and you gotta be open for the answer. So it's not one way. You could have dreams of your past life. Like some people, like I had dreams of when I was in different past lives, and it felt real as ever. And I'm like, oh shit, I was definitely in another lifetime. Like so, you could dream about it. You can meditate on it. You can pay a psychic to tell you. You can, like I said, meditate. Dreams, deja vu is a sign of past life. It ain't gonna tell you who you was, but if you get deja vu a lot, like that's some past life things going on. So me, like I said, I'm very curious and I ask a lot of questions. I ask myself a lot of questions and I wait on the answer. So if you curious, like the masters are coming. Like here's a this probably won't give you like your exact name or like who you was, but it'll give you like uh what is the word I'm looking for? I remember distinctly having a crazy dream about me on the Titanic. Like two, you could have been on the Titanic. My daughter, it's crazy you mentioned the Titanic. My daughter was on the Titanic in her last life. She survived it. Like so, for the fact that you're mentioning it now, like I know you probably telling the truth about like you could have been on the. You probably didn't even realize a past life, but if it felt like, if it seemed like, it, I'm telling you, them dreams could be vivid, like feel real. Like I'm telling, because it'd be like you just reliving or you remembering who you was in one of your lifetimes. So my daughter was on the Titanic. She survived. Like so, and she had multiple other lifetimes, and not just that. My one daughter, like she, all my kids are just returned souls and spirits. So that's why when people say, "Are you done having kids?" I'm like, "Oh shit, are these spirits done coming back and reincarnating through me? Cause they choosing me to be their dad. It ain't like I'm choosing them." What y'all got planned for tomorrow though? I'm not saying I'm about to get off here or nothing. Trying to talk and roll up at the same time. It never works out. I mean, it work out, but I don't like doing it. Especially when I look back on camera and see me just rolling up and not saying nothing. But smoke weed definitely helps me with this live. And knowing like I'm not like promoting the kids, so I ain't gotta worry about. Even though my kids do pop up in my videos, like my kids know I smoke, and then I got certain things that keeps the smoke from getting in my kids' lungs. So I got a long school day tomorrow. With a whole lot of nothing right after. You should start like meditating. If you got a lot of extra time, you should start meditating or start a YouTube channel. Oh, but this is what I was about to say. Like, if you another way, like to like find out something about your past life. It's these things called pick a card readings on YouTube, and type in past life pick a card reading. I can then pick the video you feel drawn to, and then go from there. That'll get you a good. That'll work. That helped. I used a lot of those first before I started going deeper and like going further on my journey. Like the first past life, I found out it wasn't even about my last life. It was about when I was white. So when I first meditated, or like, and I was interested in like asking myself these questions, I did a past life meditation, and what I seen was like it was a visual. Like I started to see who I was, like, and then I did a past life meditation where I was feeling like I was able to feel where I was at. I was like it was just different feelings, so it was never like in just one way. So like you got to just be open, have an open mind. Like don't doubt what you feel or what you see or what you hear. Like don't doubt it. Like whenever, like when you have the intentions to meditate, to go back into a past life, sometimes it'll be like you'll hold yourself back because you experienced something that traumatized you in the past lifetime. So most people think it'd be hard for them to tap into a past life because of what they went through or how they died. Some people don't want to see that. They don't even want to know how they passed away. Me, I'm okay with that. Like shit. But I'm a Pisces, so death is like I love to talk about topics like that. But if you get into past lives, for sure, like you're gonna discover some shit that's gonna blow your mind. And if you like me, oh shit, you gonna find out a lot. You gonna learn a lot. Then that's just gonna help you for like who you are today and like to not make the same mistakes you made in your past life, because that's what it'd be like. Shit, most people just keep repeating the same shit. They stay the same person. They never evolve. Most people could live 100 lifetimes and they'll stay black. They'll never experience being white. They'll never experience being like an artist. They'll never experience being a singer. Like some people just stay stuck at a certain level for whatever reason, and they won't ever evolve. So that's what hell is like when you spend your life eternity living in poverty, living in like stress, always depressed, not living the life you want to live. Like that's living in hell. Like, so if you're trying to get up out that, you gotta start setting goals. You gotta start visualizing yourself in heaven, visualizing yourself in paradise, visualizing yourself where you want to be in the future. Because if you can't do that, then you can't see the future for yourself. My wife is a Cancer, so definitely. Said you always been really interested in all of that, but you never really took a deep dive. That's how my wife is. I don't know what it's about you Cancers where y'all interested in the spiritual stuff, but y'all won't take a dive in it. Me, I jump head first in that shit, and I like really want to swim and discover some shit, dark shit, light shit, good shit, bad shit. Like I discovered what I went looking for. Like it didn't hurt me, it didn't stop me, it didn't traumatize me. So don't be scared to tap into like the darkness side of. Most people think, oh, it's all about the light when they become more spiritual. Like they think it's all about being good, being all positive, but nah, like shit, you want to tap into your dark side, your shadow side, like, cause it takes both sides to be one. Honestly, that's why God never killed the devil in the Bible. How you gonna kill what's supposed to be there? You can't have light without the dark. You can't have good without the bad. But even that, I feel like that's like Santa Claus, the Bible, those characters. Like, well, not to say God is fake, but Like just the whole character what happened in the Bible, I view like that is like another Santa Claus like, story. It's a good story, honestly, but I don't like. I'm not gonna live my life believing like hey, this is all there is to it. So I'm different though, and I think different. When you do pass on, when you see the light, when babies are born, all they see is pure white. When I took my LSD trip a couple years ago, I felt like I died and I was reborn and I was a baby, like being born. And like you said, it was the light. I was coming back into the light. Just like if a person died, they see the light. They say don't walk towards that light because that's just going. That's a trap. That's the real trap of you coming right back into another life. So, but I know it's not exactly like that. Like I know when you die and you walk towards the light, that's not you. You're not gonna come. You're not gonna reincarnate that quick, cause that's not how it works. Like that's what ancestors come in at. That's what spirit guides come in at. Like you gonna spend some time recovering because like this is hell. Like you don't. You need a break from this. Like that's what death is for. Like you need a restart. The flesh gets old. The body gets old. It gets sick. Like you, all as old as you get, and you never wake up or nothing. Like you need to pass away so you can remember again like who you was. So when you reincarnate, maybe you got another chance to wake up again. Like, but it's different concepts. Like, but all it takes is one concept for you to believe in, for it to open your eyes and like just what truly goes on. Like after you pass away. Like, or even before you're born, like, most people think they start off in their dad's nutsack. I'm like, what the that ain't where I want to start off. Like that ain't. But I'll be diving into all of that. I'll be tapping into all that type of information. So I use a lot of my time on different subjects like that in like 2019, 2018. Like that's when I did a lot of studying, like trying to just tap into history, like not trying to believe in what they believed in the past, but I want to know like why did they believe in it? What was the Egyptians like worshiping? What did they believe in? Like I found out they believed in multiple gods. Like they didn't just believe in one God. And I realized I had beliefs like that. I never believed it was just one creator. So that's not to say I believe like what ancient Egyptians believed in, but I believe like that's just part of it. Because they got certain things that I don't believe in. Like so, I learn from a lot, study a lot, but I don't sit in it. I don't like. I'm not a follower of it. I just want the information. Like I love stories. Like I love mythology, Greek mythology, Roman mythology. I love all of it. So most people ain't that interested in like learning shit. Me, I love to learn. I love to read. I love to imagine, visualize, like whatever. Like I'm a Pisces to like the research like evolved Pisces. You'll read exactly how I am. Well, thanks for thought provoking combo, but I think I should go to bed. Thank you for tuning in. Definitely, just hopefully I won't. I'll learn not to keep going super late because I do know people be having to like do things tomorrow. Like so, and I'm on West Coast time, so it's 10:30 out here. So people be on live from East Coast, Central, like so. Sometimes overseas, so you never know. it's good when I have people like that just commenting like consistently. Like that helps definitely with a lot. Like that gives me spiritual motivation to keep going. Not just spiritual motivation, but it's just motivation to keep going, keep talking. But when it's just me and I don't see no numbers, it be zero. Seem to be zero people in the live. I'm like, oh shit! Now I gotta go back to the podcasting ways when it's just me and myself. But when I got people who's in here, it makes it a little bit more easier. I'm proud of myself because guess what? I've been going live every single day, every day. Not every day this year so far, but since I started going live every day, I haven't missed a day. So kudos to me for that. Kudos to me for posting every day. I think and telling my truth, not hiding who I am. I'm not trying to be something I'm not. Not I ain't trying to act like nobody. Living my best life. I wouldn't say I'm living my best life, but I'm on my way to living my best life. Like, cause I'm always wanting more. Like, I'm always trying to get something more for myself, for my family. Trying to always have newer experiences. So, even though I can't do everything, can't learn everything, like, I'm trying to do as much as I possibly can. I'm trying, like, so, the only way to do that is to grind. Get what I'm supposed to get out of life. Put the work in. Don't slack off. I used to be a skater when I was in the military. Anybody know what a skater is? That's somebody who slacks off on a job, like disappears when people working. Like never get called out for it, never get in trouble for it. Like I was a skater. I made it through the military quite easily because I wasn't putting my best effort in. Like if I was putting effort into the military like I am now, like I'd have been still in. I'd have been had way more rank. Uh, Life would have been way more different. But I took this route for a reason. Like, I'm right here for a reason. We on this live. You on this live for a reason. You clicked on this video for a reason. So as long as we doing it for the right reason, that's all that matters. Like, I ain't trying to impress nobody. I ain't trying to trick nobody. I ain't trying to get nothing out of nobody. Like you just tell I'm dedicated once again. I ain't got no super chat. I ain't got no cash app in my list like shit. I'm doing this off the strength like not only me getting repaid spiritually from this, just putting in spiritual work, put from the universe, or what that would be considered spiritually, but getting monetized like that's gonna pay me in the end. Like so, I'm not truly doing this for the money. I'm doing this like for like working on my brand, building my brand up, and building my confidence up. Like shit, I'm doing this shit for a lot of reasons. It ain't just one. If you only got one reason to why you're doing it, something you shouldn't be doing it. If you can't, if you can't think of a reason why you're doing what you're doing in life, then you shouldn't be doing it. Simple as that. Most people don't know why they're doing what they're doing in life. They're failing because like you're supposed to be in control. You're supposed to know what your purpose is. You know, you're supposed to know why you're doing what you're doing. Like some people just be like, yeah, I'm just following like what everybody else doing. I'm just trying to make it. I'm just trying to pay bills like everybody else paying. Like shit, they be on some. I'm just trying to make it into heaven. Like, hey, whatever works for whatever people, person, that's on them. Like I said, I have to remind myself not to judge people. Because it was a point in time where I wasn't living my best life. I wasn't living the life I wanted. And if I had somebody judging me, I probably would have judged them. I would have looked at something negative about them, and I would have called them out on it. So I have, I got to keep telling myself, don't judge people because you don't want nobody to judge you. So, and as I get more on a bigger stage, or just become a bigger version and a better version of myself, those lessons that will when I mess up and I know I ain't supposed to do something, like I'm gonna get karma from it, and it's gonna be way worse than the average person who don't know who they is. So I truly have to walk a fine line and keeping it like cool, keeping it positive, doing the right thing, cause I can't go backwards. Like it's too late for me to like go back, cause I done came too far. I already done seen the promised land. Like I already got to like experience what I truly wanted and what I desire in life. And I see it in the distance. Like I can see it where I'm headed, where I'm going. I can see where I'm going. It wasn't always like this. I didn't always know what I wanted in life, but I know if I like just kept pressing forward, kept walking forward, eventually I'd have figured it out. Some people don't know where to start. That's okay. Like you start where you at right now. And then you go towards what you love in life, or what you like in life, what makes you the most happiest. Stay away from what disappoints you, what upsets you. Like stay away from things that you know are toxic for you. If you can do that, you'll be good on your journey. Yes, there'll always be obstacles. Yes, there'll always be people that oppose you. But that's gonna be that if you don't move either, if you don't get out the situation you're in, if you don't never want nothing. It's always gonna be somebody that's talking shit about you, whether it's family, friends, relationship partner, people who don't like you, co-workers. It's always somebody judging you, neighbors, like people that don't know you can go see you at the mall, see you dressed a certain type of way, they judge you. Like you are always being judged, no matter what. No matter if you know the person, no matter if you don't. So it don't matter what they fucking think. It don't matter what they say. It's all about what you want in life and where you're headed. Where you supposed to be headed, not where you think you want to be headed. It's about where you supposed to be headed. Once you can get that shit to under wraps, and like I said, don't get distracted by nobody, especially when they ain't got nothing going for them. You'll be good. You'll be straight. Right. But like I said, they gonna hate. Use that as fire to the fuel. I mean, fuel to the fire. Like shit, let them hate. Let them be them. Let them do them. Yeah, 'cause that's only a reflection of who they are, or how they feel about themselves. That's what that be when somebody be talking about you. That because they don't really like who they is on the inside. So they'll rather put that energy or project that energy out on you. Are you gonna accept that? I'm not the type to accept that. Because I'm not the type to pay attention to what you think about me. I don't, like I said, going back, I don't give a fuck. I just know that's being done because through life experiences in general. Like, I don't have to be focused on somebody talking shit about me to know that's what they doing. Like, I feel the energy. Like, I can hear the thoughts. But once again, I stand guard at the door of my mind, so I don't let no negative thought in. I can see who's sending the negative thoughts, who thinking a negative thought. I can see who thinking negative about me. It'll show up in my mind's eye. Like so shit. I be when I judge a person is because I see their true intentions and they don't think I do. They don't know I do. Maybe they do, but they can't truly hide nothing from me. Like you can't truly change your character. Like you can't truly change your spiritual character around me. You can act like it. Like when I meet you in person or see you online, you can act buddy, like you can appear like that, but your spirit can't lie to me. So, like when I judge a person, truly, when I judge a person, like I know I'm judging them because they a faulty person. They ain't right. So shit, I got the right to like call that out. I got the right to like not want to be around that. Like so, And if I ignore that, like that, if I ignore how I truly feel about a person, and they turn out to be that person, I'm the dumbass. I'm the jackass. So I don't hang around a lot of people because what I pick up from them be negative energy. Like so, and people probably pick up that shit from me. Like, but I know that ain't what I'm intentionally putting out there. I'm not intentionally thinking negative about a person. I'm truly when I catch myself judging somebody or thinking negative about that person, I'll ask myself, do they really deserve how I'm judging or how I'm thinking about them? Has that person shown me that in real life? Like, or like, am I like going off like just my ego or like what I want to be, what I want it to be? So, like, I be, like I said, I be in my head with damn near everything, overthinking everything, but once again, I learned overall, like, not to second guess myself. For one, don't overthink it. Like, shit, truly go off your gut feeling. Truly go off, like, how you feel about the situation. Me, I'm a statistics person. I'm a pattern person. I'm always trying to see how a person, how they, how they been acting towards me overall in general, like shit. So I calculate if I've known a person for years, how many times have this person did some shit that like I looked at as funny? How many times have this person said something that was funny? Like so when I call it out, you'll probably like, well, why is you bringing that up? I don't like. What's the point of that? Like, but I've seen it happen repeatedly over time. So I'm a person like I want peace in my life. I want my life to be cool, calm, collected. Like so, I don't want no fucking negativity around me. I don't want like none, nobody that thinks they're better than me or think they gonna belittle me or whatever they think. Like I don't want that around me. Like cause I've experienced that. Like so shit. The fuck I'm grown. I'm a grown ass man now. I gotta take care of my kids. Like I paid my bill like shit. The fuck I'm doing what I came here to do. I'm living my purpose. So I'm not about to let nobody make me feel less than what I got going on over here. Cause I ain't one of them niggas that just living life and don't know what's going on in life. So if you ain't a person that think like that or act like that, you need to get on that level. Uh, but I can see if you young, when you ain't 31 years old, you ain't experienced life like I experienced. So like it ain't your fault if you still young. But if you know an older nigga who ain't thinking the way I'm thinking, like that nigga's doing something wrong. Or that person, they ain't even gotta be a nigga ain't even a black person. A nigga could be a white person if they ignorant. That's what I always thought the word as. Like it has never been nothing about no race and shit. If you ignorant, I'ma call you a nigga. So my Gigi taught me that too. You know she also taught me, but this probably wasn't right. She said, do you know what a fool is? Said, no, Gigi. She said a person that doesn't believe in God. Or I think she said a person that doesn't believe in hell. She told me that, and I believed that for the longest. So that was one of the things that I had that stopped me from truly believing what I wanted to believe in. Because I'm like, my thoughts and the things I think about religion and church, like that'd have me in hell. So I'm like, damn. But that was wrong. Like my Gigi wasn't always right just because she was the parent or the adult. Like they was raised wrong as well, so they obviously like only could do the best they could do, and it wasn't always the right way or the right words. So I mean, I don't front my Gigi from like doing her job. Like my Gigi did the best job she could do as an old woman who raised 5 kids that wasn't hers. That was her granddaughter's kids. Like so, shit. I gotta give my Gigi the highest respect, like the highest regard, cause she still be here with me right now. Like shit, like so. Once again, I know she was a religious woman, so it'd be funny like when I be talking about religion and church, and she be right here. But I'm like, Gigi, she told me a lot of stuff, but and I questioned a lot of stuff. But, like, it wasn't that I was being disrespectful to my elders. It was just like I thought outside the box. Like I always did. I always will. I'm gonna always think outside the box. That's gonna be my next live. Thinking outside the box. I ain't gonna fucking go off the rant on that about this one. I mean on that on this one. But I'm consistently being on live every day, so I'm gonna need something to talk about. I mean, there'll always be something, especially if I got people commenting, and if my wife is feeling better, she can be in here. But other than that, it's just gonna be me talking what's on my mind, saying what's on my mind. If I was famous, I know I'd have probably been like canceled, like with my thoughts. Like this nigga be on some other shit. I be thinking that shit normal. Cause I see Kanye West and I'm like, shit, though, he be saying like shit. I don't be saying nothing wrong with what he said. But the world look at him crazy. I'm like, I know they just be like, this motherfucker need to be in a mental asylum. That's why I said I ain't trying to be famous because I can't keep my mouth closed. I mean, I can, but I'm not about to keep my mouth closed for nobody. So I ain't trying to be on that platform where I gotta be like how I am. Like I'd rather live my life how I want to, in peace and private. So that's just literally what I be thinking about. That's what y'all be thinking about. I know y'all be thinking. Y'all be thinking. After I finish this blunt, I'm gonna hop off the live. So it probably lasts a good 10 more minutes, 15. Hopefully I can make it to 2 hours. Got two people. It's showing two people in the live, but I know like YouTube would not show everybody who's in here. But if you haven't gave it a thumbs up, make sure you get this live a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed, make sure you subscribe. Hey, make sure you comment. I'm just trying to grow this channel, get it monetized, take it to a next level. I wonder if people gonna want to sponsor me, knowing the way I think. Not knowing like I don't give a fuck about a sponsor or nothing, but just thinking like shit, this motherfuckers gonna want to sponsor somebody who thinks like me. Like, ain't no telling what I'm gonna say next. I'm working on writing a script, right? I got this book, what I've been procrastinating on reading that. I need to stop procrastinating. I put a lot on my plate, and then I won't even touch half the shit. Like, after you saying I want to write a movie script, I want to write a book, I want to do YouTube, like shit, other shit. Then I'm like, damn, okay, you don't have that much time in a day to be doing all this shit. So what you really gonna do? Like, so how YouTube is like the most fun thing for me. Like, cause when I'm posting shorts, those videos I'm posting, I'm actually watching. I'm actually like being inspired by those videos. I'm actually learning from those videos. So like sharing that to YouTube ain't nothing. Getting on YouTube live is fun for me, especially when I got people coming in, and especially when I just see myself hours in and knowing like shit. Eventually, this shit is gonna pay off. So I'm able to see myself from a future perspective and a past perspective and from my present perspective. Like my younger version be judging myself, my moves off how I move around today. Like I know my younger self is proud of me today. I know my older self is, or my future self is proud of me because look what I'm fucking putting in this work. I done overcame a lot of shit, and I'm not gonna stop for nothing or nobody. Like, I'm for real. Like, no matter what goes on, no matter what is said about me, I ain't gonna switch up nothing what I got going on. I'm gonna just keep going through that. Good or bad, I'm not gonna let nobody's judgment stop me, nobody's opinions hurt me. Like, nothing. I can care less how many fans you got, how many followers you got. I don't care about none of that shit. Cause I stand on what I believe in. Like I'll die for what I believe in. Like before I like bow down to anybody or like just conform to what somebody else got going on. Like if I can't control my situation, if I can't control my surroundings, I'm not even gonna. I don't even want to do business with you. I don't even want to deal with it. Like no matter how much I'll be able to like gain from it. Like if I'm gonna have to sacrifice my peace, like my freedom, my destiny. If I can't have control of my destiny, no. Like the fuck, I'm good. I'm a fucking unicorn. I ain't supposed to be locked in no fucking cage. Like most people would rather be in a zoo because they get fame. Most people want to be seen. They want to be known. So they get locked up in a zoo, in a cage, where they're on display. Me, I'd rather be a mystical animal. People don't even know if people like me are true. Like people don't think that I'm a real individual the way I think. Like this some movie type shit. Like this motherfucker don't think normal. He don't act normal. He don't act like the normal person. So I'm a unicorn. Like I'm mystical. Like shit. But I am real. Like so shit. Is unicorns real? I don't know. I've never seen one. But have I? I don't know. Once again, if I could see it in my mind's eye, then I know it's real. I'm a deep ass thinker. I know that. I know that. But at the same time, I be asking myself, does it really matter with deep thinker? Like, what the fuck? More fans, like, is more people who got like more out of life because they're not deep thinkers. Like, people who are willing to be controlled, it seems like they got everything in the world. I'm like, damn, like shit. Is that what I gotta do? But then I look at Nipsey, and Nipsey didn't conform to that. So I'm like, yep, I know I'm on the right path no matter how long it takes me. Because that's what it is. Most people, they don't want to take 10 years to get wealthy or rich. They'd rather take that 1 year, that overnight success, or what it seemed like overnight success. But they don't want to take the steps. They'd rather take the elevator. Knowing damn well that elevator will get stuck. Gonna get stuck. And me, by walking the stairs, like I'm gaining endurance. Like I'm it's making me more healthy. Like it's building me up. By the time I get to the top, I may be a little bit tired, but hey, at least I worked out. Like I don't want shit quick handed to me. I thought I did. At first I did, but now I'm like I'd rather get this shit on my own. Cause can't nobody say they gave me shit. Ain't nobody say they gave me my subscribers or my fan base. None of that. Can't nobody say they gave me positive minds only. Like I got all this shit on my own. I got my money on my own. Like I take care of my kids on my own. Well, me and my wife. But I'm able to like finally like give myself that real recognition that I needed. Like, cause I've always been humble. But this year, like, it ain't about me being humble no more. Like, I don't want to be fuck being humble. I'd rather stay grounded. But being humble only means like you just making yourself less than what you truly are, acting like you less than what you truly are. I did that all my life, not trying to even do that. Like I wasn't trying to act like I was less than what I was. I was just trying to like I don't know, skate through life. I thought that's how I got through life. That's how I got everything I wanted. But I was just settling. Like, that's what I was basically settling. I'm not settling no more, and I'm willing to take risks. But I'm not gonna let nothing hold me back. Nobody hold me back. I keep repeating it. I know. I want y'all to be able to repeat that shit. I'm not letting nothing or nobody hold me back. And once y'all get that, shit, y'all gonna be repeating that shit too. And like, damn, Kim got me saying this shit. And but when you believe that shit and that can't nothing hold you back, you all, like I said, all to the races. But it ain't even no race. See you on your marathon. Oh shit, wherever you going, you on your journey. When you fucking figure this shit out, you all on your journey. For me, I look at my shit, my life as like different things. Like, cause I'm a movie person, I'm a music person, so like how I look at my journey through life sometimes. Like, if you ever seen the movie 300, like King Leonidas, he had to leave his home. He had to go in the wilderness and he had to fight certain things. So when he came back as a king, like he was able to be deserving of that title, because most people, as you see, they wasn't even able to make it through birth if they wasn't a perfect child. Then most of those people who went off to the wilderness, they never came back. So a person who did come back, like they was looked at like with respect. So like, not to say I'm Leonidas, but even then, like shit, we all gonna die one day. But I don't plan on being dying in battle or nothing like shit. I'd rather my life be way more peaceful this time. And that's what, like I said, I'm trying to stay like, I don't care about no fame. I just really doing this because I gotta build my brand up. If I didn't have to get on this camera, I wouldn't have. I promise y'all. I tried to avoid it for 3 years. Even when I was posting videos of me, I was trying to avoid being on camera. It was like I was putting energy out in my videos, knowing like I wasn't trying to do YouTube, but yet I was trying to get views on YouTube. I was trying to make my videos go viral. I wasn't trying to make them go viral, but I was just trying to get views. But I was never truly putting the work in. I wanted the shit that happened to me overnight. I wanted to gain it overnight. I didn't want to be consistent. I really didn't want it, honestly. But now I want it. So guess what I'm doing? I'm doing what it takes to get it. Like, so if I gotta get on live every day for hours out of my day, guess what? I gotta put the work in. I gotta motivate myself. Because I know there's plenty of times in the past where I said I'm gonna do something. And then when it came down to me doing it, I'm like, nah, I'm good. I ain't gotta do it. Ain't nobody making me do nothing, so I'm not gonna do it. I would tell myself that even though I told myself I was gonna do something, when it came down to it, I told myself, nah, I ain't gotta do it. Like, so I was literally holding myself back, even though many times I told myself, Kenneth, get out of your own way. You are the one that's holding you back from your success, not nobody else. Like, so now it's like I'm finally, like, I got it. I told myself I got it. Like, so that's why you're gonna see me more often. Hopefully, I can flood YouTube so much, like that, where I'm everywhere. Like, so that's what I'm aiming for. Like shit, so it's working. Like I said, I got an extra 1,500 subscribers. So and actually, it's like an extra 1,600 subscribers in the past 2 months. So I'm gonna just keep doing what I'm doing. Like shit, and keep adding to my formula. It's like a chef. Like when you're making your a different recipe or certain recipe, and you're making your own recipe, you start with a couple recipes, and then as you go, add more things. So I'm gonna start to add more to my YouTube channel. Like I said, I added the book, The Strangest Secret, yesterday. So the next, I'll probably do it tomorrow or not. I don't know, but I know for sure I'm gonna get on live with the next book. I know it's gonna be The Game of Life and How to Play it. So I know I'm not gonna get copyrighted for playing books. So that's just gonna help me, like I said, go longer on the lives because I will be able to talk about what the book is talking about, or maybe I'll just do it because most of the time people don't be commenting like that. It just be me. But if you're new to the live, make sure you give it a thumbs up. Make sure you subscribe if you ain't already subscribed. I was talking about what are you pouring your energy into, but I started talking about some other shit. And so I just be here every day, just kicking it, talking, smoking a blunt, and rambling. Whatever's on my mind, whatever comes to my mind is what I'm gonna talk about. Unless sometimes I'll hold myself back and say, "Oh, I don't say that." But it ain't rarely where that happens. And if it do, like I'll end up eventually still saying it because I'm hard headed. I don't even listen to myself. So I had to see other people be more successful than me, like because they had a better work ethic. My ancestors and spirit guides told me repeatedly, Kenneth, you can have all the talent in the world, but if you don't fucking work for it, you'll never get it, but it'll be worthless. So I'm like, shh, let me get some fucking work ethic about myself. How am I be listening to Nipsey Hustle if I ain't got no type of fucking hustle? So guess what I started to fucking do? Started to put that shit together. I ain't fucking stopped. I won't stop. I can't stop. Ain't no point in trying to fucking stop. Cause you gonna live every day. Am I gonna live every day not chasing my dream? Like now, once I've got a taste of YouTube, like some type of YouTube success, why would I take the time to stop and take a break and not do this when I know that didn't do nothing for me? Like I didn't gain anything when I didn't post on YouTube. Like every time I posted a video, I at least got one view. So like that's a positive. Like some people don't get no views, and they got more videos than me. So then some people got one video and they got way more views than me. But it's not about no competition. It's not. I'm not trying to compete with nobody. That's what I have to remind myself. This is not a competition with nobody but yourself. The only person you trying to be better than is your past self, and you trying to make it way harder for your future self. So, meaning I want to make sure, like, even though I'm gonna out as I get older and my future self, I'm gonna make it hard for myself to outdo me for real, and I'm gonna do that by being my best version today. So if tomorrow I slack off, that means this past version outdid my future self. So I know that's kind of weird what I'm talking about, but I don't know. Like I said, I'm gonna end the live when this blunt go in. So I only got a little bit more. I'm glad I was able to go 2 hours. I told myself I ain't gonna be trying to stretch myself to go 3 to 4 hours. It's like I'm really straining it. Like I'm gonna do my best for the day. I ain't gonna overdo my best. Ain't no point. I'm only in competition with myself. So yesterday I only did like an hour and a half. So me doing 2 hours today, like that's already outdoing my past. So all I gotta do is outdo what I did today tomorrow. So and if that's posting more shorts, getting on live twice a day, or going longer than I'm going right now, well, I'm in competition with self. Like so, make sure you do the same thing. Like make sure it ain't you're not looking up to nobody. Like make sure you're not putting nobody in on no pedestal. Make sure you're not putting nobody first. I don't care if it's your partner. I don't care if it's your kids, job. Put yourself first. Give to yourself. You can give to people. You can be a loving person, but make sure you love yourself first. So most people always want to be the best person for other people, but never want to be the best person for themselves. Like, nah, put yourself first. Because if you don't, the world won't. How you treat yourself, the world will treat you. Like, so if you treat yourself poorly, that's why people treat you the way they treat you. I treat myself very highly. People see that. It reflects when I meet other people. Like, so, if you trying to be your best self, do that. Be that. Make sure tomorrow You did way better than what you did today. Make sure if you do the same thing every day, make sure you try to do something, whether it's take a different route to work or coming home, eating a different meal on a restaurant that you eat and love, your favorite restaurant. Make sure you try something different. Do something different. Don't conform to just the everyday norm. Like I said, once this month go out, I'm gonna be out, and this month is definitely almost out. So if I can go about 5 more minutes, that'd be dope. Even though I'm like I said, I'm over 2 hours. So, but still, like every minute counts when you're trying to get monetized. That's like why I'm not in no rush to go nowhere. It's only 11 o'clock. Like for me, I can fucking put this button down and still go a whole nother hour. Like I said, I'm truly like a preacher. I just don't preach about what everybody else be preaching about. So, but I am gonna let y'all go. I ain't gonna hold y'all no longer. I wish I had an offering plate, cause I will be passing that mug around. I will be passing the virtual offering plate around. But nah, I ain't no. We ain't gonna do that. But peace. I love you guys. I'm out.